Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Curse of Oak Island. Something big is in the works as brand new heavy equipment arrives on the island. Something big and new is happening on the island as a new contractor started delivering equipment en masse yesterday. It was reported that yesterday was a crazy busy day, with a constant convoy of equipment, tractor trailers, and dump trucks crossing the causeway. This has led to a buzz of excitement among fans who reckon a big project is underway. As usual, we're grateful to Nova Scotia local and blogger Oak Island from the other side of the causeway for posting a series of photographs of interesting-looking equipment. Much of this new kit came from a contractor new to the island called Saltenge Baccy Canada, a construction company that describes itself as providing innovative geotechnical solutions. The firm boasts of being experts at the age-old Arta Foundation building and claims to have revolutionized soil technologies. According to the local blogger, the guys started moving the equipment early in the morning and continued throughout the day. There appeared to be a lot of pumping equipment, which has led to speculation they may be attempting to remove the floodwater from the garden shaft. Or perhaps they've encountered a flood tunnel in an entirely new location and want to shut it down. Oak Island team may be pumping water from several money pit locations. Last season, the guys used an underwater camera to explore a cavern dubbed Aladdin's Cave in the money pit area. The murky water made it hard to see anything, so perhaps the guys decided to drain and dig the underground chamber. It may also be part of an effort to drain the swamp, but that is unlikely as they already have adequate equipment for that task. The most likely options are draining the garden shaft or another flood shaft. These flood tunnels are thought to be ancient booby traps that cause flooding when anyone gets too close to the treasure. Maybe Saltenge Baccy Canada has been tasked with solving this problem once and for all. The Curse of Oak Island fans show excitement over new development. Of course, fans had their own ideas about what may be happening, but most agreed that the Fellowship of the Dig must be about to pump a large quantity of water. One fan said the Oak Island team are getting serious now and suggested they are about to get rid of the flooding problem in the money pit. They also stated that modern pumps are much more efficient than those from decades ago. Another fan agreed, stating, "Looks like they are exploring or shutting off a flood tunnel." A third commenter confidently claimed they definitely must have found something, because that's some very expensive machinery, big investment. There are now just 3 months until the start of the Curse of Oak Island Season 12, and until then, fans can merely speculate about what's been discovered. As the dawn broke over the windswept shores of Oak Island, a sense of anticipation hung in the air. The early morning mist clung to the trees, shrouding the landscape in a veil of mystery, a fitting backdrop for the unfolding events that would soon grip the island in the relentless pursuit of a centuries-old enigma. The Curse of Oak Island had long haunted those who dared to unlock its secrets, but today there was a palpable sense that something monumental was on the horizon. The island's familiar cast of characters, Rick and Marty Lagina, Craig Tester, and their trusted team were no strangers to the highs and lows of treasure hunting. They had weathered countless setbacks, each one a reminder of the island's infamous curse, that 7 must die before the treasure is found. But despite the odds, they had pressed on, driven by a shared obsession that had bound them to Oak Island and its treacherous history. As the team gathered in the war room, the atmosphere crackled with excitement. Rick, ever the optimist, leaned over the table, his eyes scanning the detailed maps and diagrams spread out before him. "We're close," he murmured, almost to himself, but the determination in his voice was clear. Marty, ever the pragmatist, nodded in agreement. "But we can't do this alone. We need more muscle, more power." And so the decision was made. They would bring in the heavy equipment, state-of-the-art machinery that could penetrate the island's defenses like never before. It was a bold move, one that could either bring them closer to the truth or plunge them deeper into the island's labyrinthine traps. As word spread of the impending arrival, the island buzzed with activity. The roads, usually quiet and secluded, were suddenly alive with the rumble of engines and the clatter of metal. The team watched in awe as a convoy of trucks rolled onto the island, each one carrying a piece of the puzzle. A massive excavator here, a towering crane there, all part of the arsenal that would soon descend upon the money pit. The sight of the machinery was both exhilarating and daunting. These were no ordinary tools. They were designed for one purpose: to pierce the very heart of Oak Island, to dig deeper than anyone had dared before. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, the team stood in awe as the equipment was unloaded, piece by piece, onto the island's rugged terrain. The machines gleamed in the sunlight, their power and precision a stark contrast to the island's ancient, time-worn stones. The Lagina brothers exchanged a glance, a silent understanding passing between them. This was it, the moment they had been working toward for years. The heavy equipment represented more than just a means to an end. It was a symbol of their unwavering commitment, their refusal to be beaten by the island's relentless challenges. As the day wore on, the machines roared to life, their engines a deafening reminder of the task at hand. The ground trembled beneath their feet as the excavators began their work, clawing at the earth with a ferocity that seemed almost unnatural. The team watched in anticipation, their hopes and fears mingling in the pit of their stomachs. They knew that every scoop of dirt brought them closer to the truth, but also closer to the unknown. The operation was a carefully orchestrated dance of precision and power. The cranes swung into action, lifting massive beams and timbers into place as the excavators continued to dig deeper and deeper. The team was a well-oiled machine, each member playing their part with unwavering focus. There was no room for error, the stakes were too high. As the hours passed, the island seemed to pulse with energy. The machines tore into the earth, revealing layer after layer of history, each one a testament to the countless souls who had come before them, driven by the same insatiable curiosity. The team knew they were standing on the shoulders of giants, and they felt the weight of that responsibility. But there was also a sense of exhilaration, a thrill that coursed through their veins as they realized they were closer than ever to unraveling the island's mysteries. The heavy equipment had given them a new edge, a new perspective on the island's secrets. They were no longer just digging holes, they were making history. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the island, the team took a moment to reflect on the day's events. They were exhausted, their bodies aching from the relentless work, but there was a fire in their eyes, a burning determination that refused to be extinguished. Rick stood at the edge of the pit, his gaze fixed on the darkness below. "We're onto something big," he said, his voice barely a whisper, but the conviction in his words was unmistakable. Marty joined him, his hand resting on his brother's shoulder. "We've come this far," he said. "We're not turning back now." The night air was cool, a welcome relief after the day's intense heat.